friends, you're welcome on Learning with L&R, and today I would like to talk with you regarding the principles of management. And here we have to discuss the 14 principles of management which comes under the administrative management theory, and it's given by Henry Fayol. The first one is division of work. Here, if the work given to the employee according to their efficiency, according to their specialty, and according to their responsibility, then the output will be higher than if we provide the loaded of work to the person. Okay, an employee assigned to only one type of work to increase output, which leads to specialization according to the specialty, according to the talent of the person, that accordingly give or assign the work to them. The work division should be done based on efficiency of subordinates. Then the authority and responsibility. Authority means right to give order and power. Then responsibility refers to the obligation to perform the manner desired and directed by superior authorities in any management process. Authority means someone have the authority to order others, and responsibility, they are that person responsible for the task or responsible to manage the things in management. Okay, then the next one is third one, discipline. The workers should be obedient and respectful for the organization, and this is absolutely essential. Without the loyalty, without the obedience and respect of the organization, the worker do not do the work properly. Then the unity of command. One employee should have only one boss and receive orders for him or her using one plan. If so many people give the order, or so many people have the authority to give the order, then there is a difference in planning. Okay, then the next one is subordination. Subordination of individual interest to general interest. Okay, it means supremacy of organizational goals over interest of individual or a group of individual, including that of manager. Subordination means when we think more about the organizational aim or task rather than the individual interest. Then the next one is remuneration of personnel. The price rendered or remuneration should be fair and satisfactory to the employees and employer, including the managers, justifying the workload, job hazards, efficiency, and quality of performance. These all things included when the management pay to the individual. Then centralization. Let's say decisions are made from the top managers. Subordinates should be given enough authority to do their job properly. Okay, so centralization, actually division of the work, or give the authority to the boss. Okay, then scalar chain, hierarchy. It means hierarchy from top management to lower one and lower management to top. The line of authority from top management to lowest ranks represents the scalar chain. Communications should follow this chain. Okay, then the next one is order. It implies order of things and people, placing all required things and materials in prescribed place, in right place. Working place should be clean, tidy, and safe for employees. Engagement of right people in the right place so that the work going properly. Then equity. Equity means equally deal with the people rather than someone have loaded of work, someone free in the organization. Equity, it is the combination of kindness and justice. Employees expect equity from the management. Employees should be treated fairly and justly, kindly for devotion and loyalty from employees to return. Then the next one is stability of tenure of personnel. For maximum productivity through efficient workers, a stable workforce with stable tenure is needed. If the stability of the worker is long in for long period, then it will be success of the organization. Then initiative, passion. The employees have passion, energy to initiate, and the boss always motivate them. Okay, passion, energy, and initiative from the employees of all levels through freedom to think out a plan and execute it. It motivates people and increases productivity. Then aspirate decop, team or organizational spirit. Team spirit is there while doing the work. That is, cohesion among personnel is a great source of strength in the organization. Then managers should strive to promote team spirit, unity, and organizational communication. I hope you have clear with these principles. If you have any query, then talk to me. Thank you so much.